This is the Villa Download. We break it down, your dose of love, violence and beyond. From the villa to the latest shows. This is the Villa Download, where the real story always flows.
Hey, hey, hey! Surprise, Kimberly! Welcome back to the Villa Download, your go-to live breakdown of all things Love Island, and our new intro that I just surprised Kimberly with. Do you like it?
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that. I love it. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, wait, this is our song.
Yeah, we have our own Villa Download song now. Woo, woo!
Oh my god. Oh my
Awesome. Happy you like it. Surprise, surprise. Gotta give a big shout out to Giorgio of Giorgio Says, who whipped that up for us. So good job to Giorgio. He is the man, the myth, the legend. But guys, welcome back to the Villa Download. Kimberly and I are very happy to have you. As you know, I am Danielle, also known as Danny, Gossip Girl, host of Pop Culture Expose. And then I'm with my girl, Kimberly Bryant. Hey, hey, hey.
What is up?
And we are excited because tonight's lineup is so packed, guys. We are diving into the latest Love Island news. Episodes 6 through 9 of Beyond the Villa, because Kimberly, I forgot, we were so busy talking with our girl Mo last week that we couldn't get to it all. And then we'll also be summarizing the first 2 jaw-dropping weeks of Love Island UK Season 12. And we're even spilling the tea on the rumored Love Island Games cast, which I don't even think you are aware of, Kimberly. So a lot we have to break down tonight.
Not at all. I am loaded and locked in because, like, I'm excited. But you want to know what I did? Actually, which is kind of, we thought we were back and rewatched past episodes of Beyond the Villa. And just to kind of get like a new, like, see if I have like a different perspective on it. But it's funny because like when you rewatch things, like you like catch and capture stuff. So
definitely, I plan on doing a rewatch as well. Of it. I think it's a good psychological watch, you know. But that's not all. If you've been following along, hopefully you know that Kimberly and we had a very special guest this past weekend, Catherine Cavender from Fox TV's The Snake, which is airing on Hulu. Another really great binge watch because, as we mentioned during the interview, there's not a lot of good reality TV on right now, especially on the Bravo or Peacock side. And now that McBee Fantasy or Family Dynasty is down as well. So check out The Snake, but also take a look at Kimberly and I's interview with Catherine. She gave us an exclusive behind the scenes look at her wild TV reality experience, the prep it took, the aftermath that nobody talks about enough as well. So if you missed it, don't worry. We'll keep on shouting out because trust us, you will want to catch that interview. Yeah, so that was really fun that we did, Kimberly, and look forward to what's to come. But guys, as you know, and Kimberly, as you know, drinking game time. So you know the drill. It's not the Villa Download without a drinking game. So grab your drink of choice, water or wine. I'm double fisting as always. And here are tonight's rules. Take a sip every time Kayla and Aaron argue about the same thing for the millionth time and Beyond the Villa. They do it so well. Take
That
a
they
big drink every time Kenny gives us serial killer vibes instead of boyfriend energy. So, Kimberly, honey, how many times do you think we're gonna have to drink for that?
I'm going to say, I'll say 3 times.
Okay, 3 times.
I'll shoot for 3.
Also, drink anytime we say the word reunion while talking about the Love Island season 7 news. Take a sip. And anytime someone says bombshell about the UK cast, cheers to that. And finally, if we mention the rumored Love Island Games cast and one of your faves is on the list, and finish your drink and drop their name in the chat as well. So let's get into, Kimberly, the latest Love Island news. I thought it would be good for us to kind of do it grouping by couple. Definitely, if anything's missed, fill it in. But first up, we have our winners, Amaya and Brian. So Amaya, as we know, and Brian, they broke up about a week and a half or so ago. Yep. Dirty dog. But Amaya is still processing from the split, but she says she's very hopeful. She is so grateful from her support from the papayas. Brian also, I don't know if you saw this, Kimberly, on social media, but Brian also liked a comment that hinted many others have gone down the route he has to win the money, and it's just the game. So why are people, getting all their feathers ruffled up? And he liked that. So some people are hinting that he had a certain approach to it. Or maybe to play devil's advocate, he was just liking someone that was finally sticking up for him because, of course, not many people are on his side at all. But what would you think when you see a comment being liked like that? Do you think it's more than what it is, or?
I think it's exactly what it is. I noticed the one thing with a lot of men, they're pretty cut and dry. And a lot of them, they pretty much. And I think to him, he didn't say it, but I think that just kind of shows that that's where his head was during this whole game.
Yeah.
And that he was just, so that's what I think, my personal opinion. What about you?
Yeah, I could see that. And maybe he did a better job than hiding it than Zach with a K. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully he gets it together. Amaya, though, has been hanging out a lot with Iris, which has been great to see. Both so beyond beautiful. So that brings us up into one of the other couples, Iris and Pepe. So Pepe, Kimberly, still seems to be living his F-boy life. I don't know why he's not hitting up Louis Russell from Netflix, because he has been alleged. I don't know if you saw this as well. Obviously, he hooked up with a coworker as well, which is the reason why Iris and Pepe is alleged to have broken up. Yeah, they hooked up in a hotel lobby. Like, what the hell? Who does that?
Snapchat thing came out. Did we ever find out any more information about that, or no?
I don't think we found out any more information about that. Just it was somebody he was working with. I'm guessing they're probably doing like a collab, a brand sponsorship of some sort. Who knows? But he is alleged to be back with an ex-girlfriend, I believe, who he was allegedly in contact with prior, but he is denying that, saying it's just someone looking for clout. It's not somebody that he has talked to for a while. Yeah, so he's denying it, but hey, Iris is looking gorgeous, and she has a lot of speculation floating around her. But anyone watching in the audience, who do you think is a bigger F-boy? Brian or Pepe? I'm very curious. You don't mind dropping that in the comments so Kimberly and I can feel the room of how you guys feel. But the Iris speculation is, of course, that she may be back to hanging out with TJ, which would not be surprising at all. But some people are saying that she's dating Zach with a K.
I saw pictures of like at least one picture. I heard about it, but I saw at least a picture of them two together. I wouldn't doubt it. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I don't know. I personally hope Iris just stays away from the Love Island boys because I feel like
I think that would be her
she's too pure for them, but especially Zach with a K. Like, does she think she's going to be in a better situation than she was with Pepe, or let alone TJ? I mean, TJ's still not the best of the guys, but he's the best out of the three of them. I would pick TJ out of all of them, but he still has his issues, though.
I know, that's so true, and I haven't been following him too much because I knew that much. I just remember that he made that little video, whenever that came out, he made the video, where it's basically like his response, to the breakup or whatever, and I was like, oh, I already knew he was gonna.
Yeah, it's like that viral. It's a viral TikTok trend going on. I have the song in my head where they're looking down and then they go, or something like that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. So let her do her thing, have fun, but please do not get with Zach with a K.
Right, exactly. And I think that she should go out and have her fun. I think like Janae should go out and have her fun, and it's like Kayla. I think all of them should go out and have their fun. But I think at the same time, it's like they should stay away from this love. Like, spread your wings, go meet.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, I don't know if you saw this. This was very horrific. The next couple we're going to talk about is Taylor and Clark. Taylor Williams got injured in a rodeo incident during the Arizona Invitational Black Rodeo in Scottsdale. Kimberly, did you see the video of this?
I didn't see the video. I just saw like a picture with like the people around him and everything.
But, you didn't see the video of it?
Oh, I didn't see it. It was really bad.
It was really bad. I'm surprised worse did not happen, but he was thrown from the horse. And then the horse rolled over him too. Oh, I feel like another horse may have stepped on him as well. It was a frightening viral clip of the incident. He said he was okay though. So luckily, worse didn't happen.
Right. I saw him in the hospital.
Yeah. But guys, check out the clip. It trigger warning could be like, it was a little scary, but some people on social media are saying like that is Taylor's karma, which is kind of sad to say. Not that Taylor is the best. I mean, there's not a lot of good Love Island guys. Let's be real. But there is also a lot of talk, Kimberly, on why Clark is just following Taylor around. Like, why isn't she shining in her own light? She could very well be getting all these brand deals and beauty deals that all of the other female Love Islanders are doing, but she is just following Taylor. Do you feel like that? I've heard talk about it.
Now that you say it, she's the one I see the least. Like out on her own. Yeah, you're right. I don't see her like doing solo anything really, or any kind of brand deals, but you hear about everybody else pretty much left and right, snagging things or doing shows or promotions. Like even like Sierra went and did something for the biker gang.
I can't believe Sierra is getting brand deals. I can't believe it. Oh yeah, what was it? Not American Eagle. Who did she get it? Who she do it?
I can't remember who. It's slipping my
Good
mind.
American or something like that.
I think it is something with American in it, but
yeah,
she is. And I was like, but then that one event she went to, she had Girl, it just didn't look it didn't look safe. It did not look safe. I did
Oh
not
yeah, the
feel,
event.
yeah, I felt
Oh,
like
where she only had a couple of the autograph thing, the meet and greet.
yeah, it looked like a biker gang.
Yes.
It looked like, yeah, it looked a little rough. A little rough on the edges. I mean,
Yeah. And there was just some like creepy guys there. No offense to those guys. If they're in our live, drop in the chat. No offense. You were creepy.
They just didn't seem like the crowd. I'm like,
Yeah. There was no females there to greet her. They were just guys that was like, instead of getting into her DMs, let me go to a signing, and she would not be down for that. Oh, moving on from Sierra, Alondra and Nick, God, talk about a beautiful pairing, but they are thriving and striving without a doubt. Alondra is currently at the US Open with a whole group of celebrities, influencers, because that is what the US Open has become. Like every event, like Coachella, like Burning Man, like any event, it becomes an influencer event. They take it over and ruin it, in my opinion. But they are landing deal after deal. Nick and Alondra are both together, both separately. I kind of like the balance that they have of doing things together and separate. Right. Take note, Clark. But while Nick continues to help knock out aspects out of her checklist, we have Salty Shelly and Ace. We have Little Man Ace whining, going off on chats. I mean, going off in interviews and podcasts, just like burning bridges with almost everyone.
Yeah,
on the island. I feel like I just feel like he is jealous because he wanted what Nick and Alondra, and he feels like this should have been Shelly and I.
Yep, and it's not. Yeah, it was. But you know what though? I'm happy about that. I like the way it's playing out.
You do?
Yeah, I do, because it's like, because I love it whenever you kind of see like the underdogs win, you know, and it's like no one really expected that. I didn't expect like Alondra and you know.
Oh yes, I like them. I thought you were saying you like Ace coming after him.
Oh no. I like the fact that it's like the underdogs are like winning and getting the spotlight, and the fact that it's like Ace is his you know, he's kind of like wasn't supposed to happen. It's I kind of like it. Like I said, I'm like I'm here for the underdogs.
I'm all for the underdogs. I just hate how fractured the season 7 cast was. Not everyone's meant to be along. Not everyone needs to be friends, but by any means. But you would hope there'd be a little bit more gelling, a little bit more synergy. I mean, that's how previous seasons have been. It shouldn't have been that fractured. But rounding out the news for Love Island is Huda. So she's still with Netflix, resident F-boy, Louis Russell. And I guess it is alleged, and maybe this was a Reddit thing. I don't go on Reddit, but maybe I saw an image or a screenshot of it. Do you?
Yeah, I do. Every now and then I do. I haven't been on Reddit yet for any Love Island stuff, but now that you say it, I'm going to check some out. Just kind of go see what they've got.
Yeah, that would be good to check out. I just feel like it's a scary black hole. I can get into a lot of things in deep dive, so I just try to stay away from it.
Well, I know. That's why I don't go in it often, because every now and then it gets like that. And it's like I said, it's like that black hole, that abyss. And it's like, I do not want to be sucked into that.
Yeah. No. But I think it said in there that it is alleged that Netflix and NBC are in a war over Huda. So we shall see.
Interesting.
We shall see. But before we get into Beyond the Villa, if you're hanging out with us live tonight, first of all, we love you. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a review, share it. with any of your Love Island obsessed friends or anyone who likes pop culture as well. And come join the conversation in the comments. That support keeps us growing, keeps these lives happening every week, and gets us closer to even bigger guests, like our exclusive chat with Catherine Cavender from The Stake last weekend. So trust us, stay subscribed. It means you won't miss out on anything. So thank you guys. But let's get into some Beyond the Villa. As I mentioned, we are going to be covering episodes 6 through 8. So the last 3 of the series, which is a little bittersweet. Overall, I think they could have done more with this season, but I really appreciate it for what it was. So episode 6 started off with a girls' wine chat in Malibu. Malibu has a very beautiful vineyard out there. One of them is very large. It used to house like giraffes, all these other animals. But when there was a fire a couple years ago, not the most recent fire this year, but a couple years ago, I think they had to evacuate a lot of those animals. So
it's not like it was with the animals.
Correct, because they had to like evacuate, and I think some of that vineyard burned down as well. But the ladies are there, Leah, Serena, and Janae. They debrief about recent events. You'll normally see it's the 3 of them really hanging out. I don't feel like it's so often that it's necessarily Kayla with them, but they joke that Torrin, who looks exactly like Aaron, which is Kayla's new boyfriend. Serena even speculates that Aaron and Taylor might be secretly involved. Janae reveals Kenny gave her serial killer vibes at their anniversary dinner. So that was eye-opening to see.
Don't say.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember, Kimberly, when the Beyond the Villa, I can't think of the right word, the like promo video, sorry. The promo video came out and it was like apparent that there were issues with Janae and Kenny. And right away she came out on social being like, thank you for production for trying to paint my relationship into something it wasn't. Like, oh, how did she not see the red flags? Although we've all been in situations where we haven't seen the red flags. So
don't, like hide red flags like I do.
Or it attracts you more. Who knows? But definitely a lot of red flags. I could never imagine like seeing somebody that I was dating was giving me serial killer vibes. But hey, happy anniversary to the couple, Mazel. Next, Kenny later apologized, saying he shuts down when he's overstimulated. Yeah, maybe he's overstimulated from all other girls. He's probably DMing and all of his friends he's talking shit to about Janae. Yeah, you're overstimulated by that, Kenny. Please. Please, 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 please.
Awful.
Please, please. But it's clear that producers continue to understandably push Kenny's villain edit. And anybody watching, like, do you agree that Kenny is the villain? Do you think he is being edited incorrectly or in a bad way that is not right towards him? Whether or not you're watching live or in the replay crew, please feel free to drop in your comments on that. But Janae starts talking about, relationship timelines, dating, living together, being engaged. And both Leah and Serena see that happening for themselves within like the next 6 months, but everything's not mapping out for Janae in the way that she wants it and the way that Kenny is moving. So that is what happened with them. Yeah.
Personally, I think Kenny is. I think he's showing us who he is.
Yep, I agree. Yep, we know who you are now, Kenny. We know. I have to give it up. Like, I am surprised he has been so under the radar since the news of their breakup has occurred.
You're right, because I honestly thought we would like at least hear a few peeps and everything from him, but no, it's been like radio silence unless there's something that I've missed, but apparently not, because if you haven't seen anything, then
no. So major kudos to Kenny. I will give that to you. You were a crappy ass boyfriend, but kudos for doing what so many reality stars don't do, is be quiet, stay underneath the radar. But then watch, I put my foot in my mouth and we're going to hear something from him tomorrow. Watch.
You might be right. Now I'm actually going to look and
next in episode 6 of Beyond the Villa, it cues into, and I apologize, I have something in my eye, Kendall's mini golf date. I think Kendall has such a good sweetheart, but my goodness, some of his scenes are just a little bit cringe. I like his scenes with other Islanders, but scenes with other people, I don't know. It just doesn't hit right. But he meets Alana. Alana lives in Temecula, which I guess is 2.5 hours away. And now I'm thinking about the SNL skit, the Californians, when they talk about the 404, the 505, and all this other stuff, the PCH, all the traffic and everything. But
it's so funny. You're familiar with it. You sound like you live out. I just remember, I was like, you're in Chicago, because you sound like you're out in California. You just like listening to you talk right now. I'm like, oh my God, like you live there. You sound like you lived out there.
No, I would like to thank SNL and Bill Hader and the Californian skit for knowing those highways.
I love Temecula. That's my old roommate. She's from out there. That's so
cool. Nice. But yeah, can you imagine driving 2.5 hours for a date, and the jerk is at least 15 minutes late? I think he was actually later than 15 minutes, but he awkwardly brings up her exes to segue into talking about himself, because Kendall, all these K's, Kendall does that so well. And he reveals that he's had 2 relationships, with one of them being on Love Island. And it really just, some of his scenes just really feel like filler content, in my opinion.
Very true.
But one of my favorite parts of this season was the reuniting with our queen of a host, Ariana Maddox. So they had sandwiches with Ariana Maddox at the sandwich shop that she owns called Something About Her. So again, Leah, Serena, and Janae meet up with Ariana. Ariana praises the girl for standing up for themselves. Leah says she wants to marry Miguel. Serena praises her pride that she has with Cordell. I mean, the pride she has for Cordell just beams out. And the way that Cordell just looks at Serena, like you can tell that he loves her. And same thing with Leah and Miguel, like it oozes like their chemistry and everything.
I love both those couples, and it's just, it goes to show that it's like, I feel like the stars are like actually aligned for both couples, because it's like they know how to communicate, they know how to support each other, they know what they want, and they figure out how to balance it out, all in the middle of doing this in front of like underneath the microscope for all of us to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Really cool.
Only more of them this past season had that same type of connection. I don't see anyone having that type of connection. Why I love Nick and Alondria, and I hope they have that connection. It's too soon to tell. I'm still not like, I love them. I love what Nick and Alondria bring to the table, but they're not like those other couples from last season. I don't buy it as much as the couples of season 6. But while Leah and Serena, understandably talks about their relationship, Janae says she and Kenny are good now, though her energy feels very drained. A text arrives from producers, and Meg Thee Stallion invites them to Miami Swim Week. Man, Meg Thee Stallion knows how to work it, the reality TV show.
She does. Isn't she doing great on the circuit? And then now she's doing the other show right now, that K-pop show.
Oh, she is?
I forgot the name of it. Yeah.
The cartoon one?
No, it was
Oh.
it's like a it's like it's like a performance show. And it's kind of like almost like that not a Survivor show. Well, maybe it kind of is. I don't know, but it was like, and I know that Eve performed on it the other day.
Oh, I have no idea. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I forgot Blair knows all about it. But yeah, I saw she was on it, like Megan Thee Stallion, and she
very cool. And she has a cute new boyfriend. I think he's like a basketball player or footballer or something.
Yeah, they're adorable. Mm-hmm.
What sport does he play?
Basketball. He's a professional.
Okay, got it right. Okay, good.
Yeah, you got it right, girl.
Awesome. They're very cute together.
They are.
But I love Meg Thee Stallion's like overall attitude, just her vibes. Oh, want to bottle her up. Getting into a sadder side, Kayla's family struggles. Kayla's grandmother is sadly in the hospice, and she is extremely close to her grandmother. I think her grandmother helped, in raising her. So she prepares to fly again while clearly emotional and physically drained. The commentary for that episode noted that she needed space away from filling, but production continues to push her storyline along for her. At times it felt like kind of production did force her to be there, or she would be in trouble with her contract or not get paid when she clearly had some family things to deal with. But still, Kimberly, I still feel like this Love Island production probably did a lot better than various Bravo company productions would have done in this scenario.
1,000%. Mm-hmm.
They would have been like, let's film it all. Let's go watch you go visit her in hospice and everything, probably.
Right. Do you think that maybe they probably did their homework just from like observing how like different things happen in different with other production companies and other shows? Like, for example, maybe like Bravo Reckoning. And do you think that
I think so, because why not do these little tweaks here and there to just avoid any type of lawsuits? You don't need those lawsuits to be brought up with your name. You don't need to waste your time, your money on that if you can just make little tweaks. So Bravo needs to start making some little tweaks as well, because all these freaking idiot house husbands are trying to come after them. I forgot whose house husband. Now one just came out of the woodworks today from Atlanta.
Wait, there's not one from Atlanta now?
Yeah, the cute little old girl that does the chicken and waffles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
This was her first season. I can't think of her name right off the bat. But yeah, now her husband wants to sue them for slander and using her daughter and stuff on the show. But not important, because we're not here for Atlanta today.
We're here for Love Island.
Yes, we are here for Love Island, babes. Aaron and Liv make a chocolate charcuterie board, which we don't have to get like too much into, but hey, I thought that was a really good idea. I love myself some good charcuterie. So they made a good charcuterie board. And I would say the highlight of this episode, besides them visiting Ariana, is that Nicole returns. So she meets with Leah and Serena. So she's single and enjoying life. Of course, Nicole looks gorgeous as can be. Serena points out that Nicole and Kendall are very similar, and maybe they could have worked if it was not for that crazy reunion drama that went down with them. And Nicole's chaotic energy really matches the cast. And then the episode ends up with saying goodbye to the rescue dog, Juan. Yeah.
Oh.
So that was that episode. Next, we jump right into episode 7, which picks up in Miami. So the cast heads there. Kayla makes the trip despite her grief. So this brings up my point, Kimberly. I feel like she was kind of forced to go there. Leah and Miguel are very supportive of her. Liv and Aaron had text her condolences. I don't feel like they had a chance to see her prior to, but I don't know. It was really hard watching Kayla push through it, in my opinion.
Oh, that poor girl. Like it's it's like how what would you do in that situation? I don't know what I would do. It's like on one hand, it's like you have to rely on that for like your finance, for your financial stability. And then it's like on the other, it's like that's your family, like it's
and you want to seem dependable and everything. Yeah. But I mean, at work, you have to push through it.
True. Yeah.
Too, though. But it's hard. But at least she has friends there. But episode 7 was like an okay episode. I don't feel like there's like a whole lot to talk about, even though they did go to Miami. Like it was an okay trip. Cordell had a birthday dinner, which of course there was drama. Even Serena wanted it to be as peaceful as could be. But I just feel like a lot of drama that they've been trying to sweep under the rug just like finally surfaced because everyone was together. And it was basically Liv versus everyone else. And then there was a lot of sparks about Nicole's timing of coming there. And was it just because the show was going on, or did she really want to make amends? So what do you think Nicole's intentions was to coming back to her former Love Islanders and making an appearance on the episode? What do you think her intentions were, Kimberly?
I really think it was a little bit of both. But I mean, can you blame her?
No.
Yeah, not at all. So it's like, I feel like the girl is doing what she needs to do, but then also it's kind of like, why not see if there's like another shot or something if things can work itself out? Like,
yeah. And I'm also not mad at her with how she handled the thing with Kendall anyways. I mean, I don't know. That was crazy what went down when they got off the show, but there was a lot of fourth wall breaking in this episode, which was good because I'm always here for the fourth wall break.
I love a good fourth wall break.
Yeah. They all go on a yacht. They have a yacht day. Leah is terrified of stepping aboard it, which I was really surprised by. I would have thought her bougie self was familiar with yachts for some reason, but I think overall she's a really humbled queen, though.
Yeah, she is. It does make sense. She's more like a land person because she's every time you see her, she's always associating with some type of ground activity, and especially with her and the horses and the animals.
Or animals. Yeah, agree. It was interesting though during the yacht day that Kendall was talking about, his social media content is like next level, which no offense, Kendall, your social media game sucks. It's corny as hell, which does vibe with your personality. So like at least you're genuine with that. But I kind of liked that Aaron called him out. Like, is that really what life's about? Like, and it's not that good. Is that what you want to be proud about? Is that really what makes you happy? No, I think that's the reason why a lot of these people wish they could go back to their life before, making social media content. I'm not going to call us bloggers because I think that's a BS title to give. It's hard to make content. If that was right now just making social media advertisements and like TikToks, if that's all my livelihood depended on, I'd be very concerned. I'd be really scared. You need to like diversify and not just depend on that. That's a lot of stress.
It is. I agree.
To bring on. So I appreciate Aaron calling out. He's like I can't believe he's like the good angel on everyone's shoulder that's like bringing in so much insight.
It's like that's what's just so cool about it. Like I just didn't expect that. I didn't expect to see it.
God, how I would love to interview Aaron. I
Mhm.
don't feel like he's really given any interviews. I'd just be curious. I'm not his
Yeah.
biggest fan by any means, but I would just
Right here, yeah.
love to pick his brain.
Right, yeah.
Yes, but let's get into the last episode, which again is a little bittersweet. So
And this is
let's
the one
set the
I haven't made
stage
it
off.
to yet. Go ahead. Let's I want to hear all about it.
It'll be good. The finale was, I would say, one of the strangest seasons of reality TV. The show's format wasn't necessarily built to handle all of these deeper commentary that we are receiving about toxicity of reality TV and social media. I mean, that was a heavy theme and thread throughout all of the episodes, which I don't think the producers anticipated it to be. They probably wanted to have more like of a Jersey Shore type of feel, or like a summer house type of feel. I just feel like it was a lot heavier than what they wanted. But again, I appreciated that part of it. It was kind of a nice take from what we know of Love Island to be, but I think it could have worked better, Kimberly, and let me know your thoughts on this. I think it would have been better as like a docu-series
You know what? I think yeah.
type of way.
Yeah, that would have been really good as a docuseries.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm so curious to know what they'll do next season. If there is a next. I mean,
I hope it comes back. I mean,
I
overall,
hope so. I feel like it's easy money. It's easy
It
ad dollars.
right. And then it's something because I always like to see and like want to know like what's going on after these game shows. Like what like these couples like what's happening, and I like seeing them come together. I just like it. I like the camaraderie, and it kind of like tells like a story, you know, and I like it. It's entertaining.
Yeah, and I'm so curious if they do next season, if they will be a mixture of various cast members from different seasons, or even if they would incorporate people from Love Island Games and Beyond the Villa as well, just because the audience is going to get used to them. And you see season 7 Islanders now hanging out with season 6 Islanders, so it could potentially work. So anybody watching live or in the replay crew, drop a comment. Would you like to see Beyond the Villa be a mixture of various seasons, especially season 6 and 7? But with episode 8 of Beyond the Villa, we are still, of course, in Miami. There's breakfast in the penthouse. Kenny has a family emergency. His brother Gabe has epilepsy, and he was in the ICU. So everyone had to come together and pray. So it's always nice to see people rallying around when somebody's in crisis. Kind of make me think of Real Housewives of Miami, which they do good at. But this cast is really good at coming together. Where was my thought? Kayla admits, though, I would say the big thing is right now is Kayla admits that she should have kept her distance all summer from Aaron. I think it made it a little bit harder. You know, Aaron's kind of irked by her. He feels like Kayla has changed. She's just too busy chasing followers now, which again, I think it's hard when they just got into that cycle as soon as they got out of the villa, and it's like hard to get off of that hamster.
Off the hamster wheel. Yeah, just like you said, it's like how do you adjust because they don't have like a playbook for it.
Yeah. But back in LA, Aaron makes some family time. He spends time with his mom and his abuela. Invites Kayla to his birthday, but she politely declines. Lived as a lifestyle fashion beauty shoot. Again, I guess just feel like this is kind of like filler content. They need to do something to make this show a little bit more enriched.
Yeah, to have more like meat and potatoes in it. Yeah, I
Yes, because there's not a lot to talk about, but again, like the psychological aspects are really good and little moments here and there. And really, as this episode ends out, it really ends with Janae and Kenny's end. They're packing up the apartment. They have a light-hearted but empty send-off. And then it cuts to 8 weeks later, Kimberly. And it cuts to headlines of their breakup and an Instagram announcement blurred. So it was a dramatic reenactment of Kenny removing Janae's IG tag. They could have done more with this moment, but they didn't. They should have pulled a Vanderpump Rules or The Valley or a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills and done like a pickup shot afterwards. Like, why didn't they pick up afterwards with Janae and Kenny, or at least squeeze in some interviews? That was such a miss on their end.
Right. I agree, because that would have been extra content, extra like more money for the network, like, and it would have paid for itself.
Do you know how something like that works? Like with their contract, can you just easily add in extra pickup shots? Do you know how that works at all, Kimberly? I'm so curious.
I don't know. I would assume that may come under their contract as like maybe like an overtime kind of thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, I know. Now I want to know.
One day I will ask.
Yeah.
But I would say final takeaways to this. Everyone gave some final reflections out. Aaron gave a farewell. He was emotional. He gave his goodbye. He was dramatic about feeling like he's never going to see Kayla again. Leah, of course, is with her loved ones and her animals. Kenny is feeling more self-accepted, which I love seeing that in him, cornball and all. And Janae and Serena are just happy seeing their loved ones after going home. But my final takeaways, Kimberly, is I like that the finale did tie up some loose ends, and overall the show tied up some loose ends, but it didn't give a lot of payoff. It could have been more elaborate. It stinks that the Janae and Kenny breakup was only showed through headlines and not actual footage. And the Kayla and Aaron saga like dragged out for a very long time. But hey, I mean, that's life. They were dealing with everything. They didn't have any closure. But overall, what did you think, Kimberly, about Beyond the Villa season 1?
The season 1, Beyond the Villa, I actually really, really enjoyed it. So much so, like I mentioned earlier, I started like rewatching it again before I even finished it. So that's when you know that I really like something, and because I'm trying to see if there's something in there that I missed. I'm trying to like get a little bit more, like to know like these personalities a little bit more, because I watched the season, Love Island USA. I watched the season before. This was my first time watching it with Ariana, but I was able to really get to like know people better, because this season's here of like the most recent season of Love Island USA, I was more in tune because like I'm like was there and like got to know the people, and then me knowing Ace already kind of like helped me dive into other people more, because I was like, yeah, I know.
Take a shot every time we say Babar.
I know, right? Look, a bad bar. And speaking of which, I don't know if you saw or not, but they were reunited, and it was
it was cute video.
It was so cute.
That's the only thing cute about Ace. Was his reunion with Babar. How would you, out of a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this first season?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because it was like I said, it was good, and especially for saying it's a first time show. So they're going to have mistakes.
Mhm.
They're going to hope. One can only hope. So, but I think so far I liked it. And I think because we got to see them come back and different elements and but yeah, I think a 7's a pretty good rating.
Agreed. Quick reminder, all like, subscribe, share, and review so you don't miss any of the madness. Enjoy. But let's get into some Love Island UK. We're gonna just briefly go over week 1 and week 2 for anyone that's watching. Again, I cannot stress enough, UK is typically superior. They are the best out of all of the franchises, with the exception of probably like the last 2 seasons. But Love Island UK is back with vengeance this season. I think in part because the world tore them apart for the last 2 years, and now they know they need to step it up because of the US. Right. So they are like, I feel like they threw the playbook out of the window and they are totally switching it up, keeping everyone on their toes and doing a lot of savage twists. Also, this is a very beautiful cast. So beautiful and not as overworked as previous seasons. I'm sure everybody has some work done, but it's not as crazy as it was last season. I mean, Kimberly, you need to look at Love Island UK season 11 because I think we're on 12 now for UK. You have to look at some of the season 11.
Oh, I'm definitely going.
Beautiful, but it was a lot and made them whatever work these 20-year-old girls got done. It made them look like they were in their 40s. It made them look like they were older than me, and I am in my 40s, and I am proud to admit it. But it made them look a little aged, though. But day 1, launch and first pairings, and for anybody who wants a breakdown of who the Love Islanders are, I think Kimberly and I covered it like 2 or 3 lives ago.
Yeah, I sure did.
We did. So check that out. But the day, yes, the day 1 pairings, the girls got to choose. So it was Ben and Shakira, Dijon and Meg, Connor and Helena, Harry and Sophie, Blue and Alima, and Tommy and Megan were that first day 1 pairing. They got to have some conversations beforehand, before that coupling happened, to get to know each other. Oh, actually, no. I think the way that they did it, now that it's coming back to me, because it was like a couple weeks ago that I watched this episode, the way that they picked the Islanders is based off of like details that were written out about the Love Islanders. So you had to pick them based off of paper, not necessarily based off of looks, I think. Now I'm forgetting because it was like 2 weeks ago since I watched it. So guys, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But in day 1, a bombshell, Drake, drops in, who goes by the name of Tony. Ladies, I don't know if I'm saying her last name correctly, but spelled Tony with an I. Love it. She's gorgeous, of course. By the way, I also drink anytime I say gorgeous. But she is a pool cabana server in Las Vegas and is the first American bombshell to enter. Right. Yes, and she immediately picks Ben, forcing Shakira to recouple within 24 hours or face elimination, because we know how that goes. So that was day 1. That was like the main highlight of day 1. Day 2, we had a shocking exit. So, spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't want to know, but Shakira chooses Harry in a dramatic recoupling. Sophie then becomes single and dumped. The first elimination of the season, and I don't think that they expected it to happen that quickly. And of course, it always sucks, regardless of what show you're on, Kimberly, to be voted off first.
I must
That
agree.
always sucks, you know.
Because you don't get a chance to shine, you know, and get that opportunity to for the world to get to know you.
Right. But you also think about all that mental prep, just all that prep anyways going into it. It's kind of like you're moving into the dorm, you get everything packed, all your stuff, you're thinking about all the events you're going to do once you get to the dorm, and it's like you get there and they're like, oh, no, we got to fumigate. Go back home to your parents. You can't stay here.
My gears are turning. We should maybe pitch a show. Think about it, where it's like a game show of people who are eliminated. The first one's eliminated on all these other shows and put them together to compete. Who's thought of that?
Yeah, why has nobody thought of that? Or is it because all the first people that get kicked off suck?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I love that idea. Guys, do you like that idea too? Would that be a good show?
Good idea.
I would be here for that.
Yeah.
Let's pitch and make it happen.
Let's pitch it and make it happen. Look, manifestation queen right here in the building.
Oh, and I brought my sage if needed, in case there was any bad juju or anything. I got it.
Yeah,
but as we move on for the first week of Love Island UK, day 3, the big part was the dare games, and there was growing tension already this early on. So the cast engages in lighthearted dare game. We always love the dare games, pulling cards and completing tasks, making out, ooh la 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 la. Fans spot early villain divide forming, with Shakira bonding with Tony by the fire pit while the other girls sit separately. And then there's some sarcastic comments thrown around, like, she fancies everyone, doesn't she? So that helps foreshadow some of the conflict that is coming up. And then as day 4 approaches, and Kimberly, you are frozen. In case you are not aware, you are currently frozen, looking very well at thought right now. Probably because you're excited about this day 4 recoupling that happened. Day 4 to day 5 is some of the most savage moments I've seen so early on in Love Island history. But there is a recoupling that happens where the girls choose. So Mag picks Dijon, or Mag and Dijon, and Mag and Tommy. Mag and Dijon. There's a Mag and then there's a Megan. Okay. So it's Mag and Dijon and Mag and Tommy. And then Alima and Ramella and Helena and Harry, and Shakira reunites with Ben. And Tony picks Connors, and then that leaves 2 boys at the end. There is Blue. He is the taller white boy with shaved head. And then there is Shia, who is tall, dark, and handsome. And they kind of have to pitch themselves and decide which one of the boys stay. And it was very hard to do that early on. Yeah. But eventually the Islanders vote and they dump Blue. And I really recommend, if you're not watching Love Island UK and you just want to pick up from one of the episodes, pick up from episode 4. I highly, highly recommend that. Things really start picking off. So that was a really, really good episode.
So episode 4
was sad to see him go. Huh?
So
Episode 4 was really
I'm
good.
sorry, my internet's
All good. Yeah, episode 4 was good. And then episode 5 brings us into a triple bombshell entry. Always love when there are 3 bombshells that walk in. That doesn't happen that often. So we have Emily, Melisha, and Yasmin enter. So 3 female bombshells enter. And the bombshells are able to pick what guys that they want. So Emily picks Connor, Melisha picks Dijon, and Yasmin picks Harry. And overall that week, from the viewers, like when it was airing, the blue dumping, fans reacted to that. They called it brutal, and they thought that production was pushing dynamics into overdrive, unlike what they previously have seen in the past from Love Island UK. And that's the reason why I said this season they threw the rule book out and they are just switching it up, because they're probably tired of being like, oh, hell no, you are not going to say US is superior than UK. That is not about to happen. They're trying to get that trophy back. Yeah, no. Oh, heck no. Now US is hosting the Love Island games. We need that back, probably. Competition on.
Oh, that's big. I didn't realize they did a whole switchover.
Yeah.
So the US is going to be hosting.
Yeah, Love Island games. This will be the second season of Love Island games. The first season was hosted by the UK host, Amaya Jama. So beautiful as well. I can't. It's just like everyone's so stunning on this show. Yes. Week 2 for Love Island UK. I don't feel like was as popping as the first week, but there's definitely key moments. Day 8 of the show. Not necessarily episode 8, because in between there is the Unseen Bits episode. There is the After Sun episode as well. But day 8, a lot of receipts got brought up. So Islanders had to match anonymous statements to peers via kisses. So a game revealing hidden thoughts and stirring up awkwardness. So that is always a good watch. Day 9, more bombshells entered in, and there's recouplings where the boys get to choose. I don't want to get into too much of it. And then as the week continues, there's beer pong. There's a look who's talking game. And those are some of the main aspects in week 2. Without getting into all of the recouplings, I would say like nothing really too major, which is typical for like the first 2 weeks of Love Island. Historically, it's typical. Those first 2 weeks are quiet. Just happened. Love Island UK had a crazy first season, and they have a really good cast, and I think some good initial pairings as well. That's really good help with this season, which of course has already come to an end. But Kimberly and I haven't watched it, and maybe you haven't either. And let's not forget, Love Island UK goes longer than the US as well.
That's another perk for Love Island UK.
Yeah. Oh God, I wish the US would go a little bit longer, but not this season though, but other seasons. Yeah. But let's get into Love Island games all. So think about Love Island meets The Challenge meets The Bachelor, kind of, is the way I want to think of it. Yeah, and it's like a hodgepodge. It's like a summer camp for all the Love Islanders from different franchises. But this is who is speculated, guys, to be on Love Island games, and we're going to do it by country. Starting with the U.S., of course, because that is who Kimberly and I represent, although I love me some UK over the ponds. From season 7, the season 7 Islanders from US is expected to be Andrina, who is the most beautiful bombshell to have ever entered in. I don't feel like that gets talked about enough. Bella Deche. So I really wonder if her and Jeremiah are together, or if that's the reason why she's playing it off.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so Bella will be on it. Her name's not really Bella Deche, but as you know, I like to call her that. And I don't know how I feel about this one, so please share. Oh my god, I just realized. Ooh, this cast is gonna be fiery. Ooh, I just noticed too the names. Chris.
Wait, Chris is gonna be on there?
Allegedly.
Okay, this is gonna be good.
He'd be good athletic wise, but I just feel like he's just like a salty Betty though. Yeah. So far for that. Is there anyone else you would like to see from season 7 on Love Island Games that you feel like you haven't had enough of? You would like to see their athleticism, their messiness, or them getting another chance?
Elon,
yeah, Elon too.
I love him. He's all like,
yeah. Yeah, I would like him, but I don't know if he would take it on because he would lose his job.
Yeah.
I think he's a sensible person. Oh, we need to get his stylist, the Solomon sisters on. They are the stylists for Elon, for Kayla and Liv, for Tom. Nice. I almost said Tom Sandoval. Tom Schwartz.
Tom Schwartz. Oh.
You know, so Tom Schwartz style game had really changed probably 3-4 years ago or so, in large part to them. They also dress Will Adams from The Bachelor as well, who is also on The Traitors. But I feel like they surround themselves with a lot of sweet people, like really sweet people. I don't feel like they pick douchebag guys. So to say, not that Schwartz doesn't have his douchey moments, but compared to other reality TV guys, I would love to just interview them and pick their brain about it. But my ADHD brain goes a little cuckoo crazy, so thank you guys. Let's go back to Love Island Games cast. So as we said, from season 7 USA, it's supposed to be Andrina, Bella, and Chris. Also from the US is Calvin Cobb from season 2, Cachet Proudfoot from season 3. She's one of my favorite Islanders. Okay. Oh, beautiful. That would be a good season for you to watch as well. She also appeared on The Challenge a couple of seasons as well. She started the season in wearing her wig, and throughout that season just became proud Kimberly and owning her own hair and, going bald or having it, very buzzed well and everything. So she really came into her own in her season. We also have Isaiah Campbell from season 4. We have Cassie Castillo from season 5, but she also came back in season 6, and you saw her partnered up with Rob with the overalls. I love Cassie. She's one of my favorite people from the Love Island USA franchise. So her, and this is where things get a little bit sassy that I didn't realize when I was putting together these notes. Cassandra, Nicole, and Kendall.
Oh.
From last season.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so they might be on it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
So that rounds out who's speculated for USA. But again, this is games. So this requires other countries. So also expected for Love Island Games from the UK is Alima Gaggio from this current season that we're talking about. Ben Holbrook from the current UK season we're talking about as well. Casey Orgorum from season 9. Although I heard speculation that people were saying that he wouldn't be on here. Faye Winter from season 7. A lot of these people are in my A to Z Love Island series that I've started as well on my YouTube channel. So if you want to learn a little bit about these Love Islanders, I am over the next month or so producing an A to Z Love Island series. It's like 1.5 to 3 minutes long, each of the letters. Check it out. But Faye is one of them. Kaz Crosley, love Kaz as well. She's an agent of terror, but she's so beautiful. Tyreek Hyde from season 10, Zach Noble from season 10 as well. So that's UK. And then Kimberly, there's also Australia, which is really good too, and is hosted by Sophie Monk. Dylan Toalawi, Miguel Lee, Mimi Perina. And guys, I'm sorry if I butcher any of these names. I'm not good at names anyways. And then from France, there's 2 people from France. Cindy Miranda. That's an easier name to say. Edgar Ulrich. And then from Spain, we have Adele Naomi. And then Essay. What does Essay stand for? Besides words that should be said on YouTube.
Let's see. Is it? Oh, I don't know. South Africa?
Yes. Yes, that makes sense with the name. Thado Sajaki will be joining. So, really good cast. If that is a ledge who is on Love Island games, it's just like with Big Brother or The Challenge, a new cast gets announced. You don't really know if it's like actually the cast. So, we will see, but I like the names that I see so far. So fingers crossed. But Kimberly, babe, we covered a lot tonight. What did you say?
I have a bit of a geographical question.
Yeah, I'm not good at geography, but let's try.
Okay, I think it is a geographical question because do they have anybody from Canada on here, or would they consider them part of Love Island USA? Well, actually, it wouldn't be Love Island USA because it would be if they if it was called Love Island North America. So I think it's
they would. Yeah, there's not a Love Island Canada. No, I mean that's a good question. They would get casted on either US or UK. Yeah. So that was good.
It would be kind of cool if they did like this whole little North America edition and got people from Mexico and Canada and America, North and United States. That'd be kind of cool.
No, they do tend from time to time. They didn't really do that this season as much, except for Zach with the K. They try to bring in different countries. I don't feel like they did it that well this season, but get it together next season, Love Islanders. But Kimberly, now that this is bringing us to an end for this week's The Villa Download, what do you have coming up with the Pop Culture Green Room or your other outlet? This is Kimberly A. Brian. What do you have going on?
Well, we still have. I think, like I told you before, like right now we're in the middle. We're about to take a little bit of a break. But right now we start our episode coming out with Alfred Banks, a podcast episode. We actually have one that is coming. That actually kind of forgot about, but now it's been a bit chaotic. We're gonna actually do. I was actually good because I was excited the way it panned out because I was actually gonna ask you if you wanted to join us, and Blair can join too to try next week with Earl the Pearl from Love Hotel. We're gonna try and do.
I would love to. I would love to.
I was so excited that we had technical difficulties today because I was like, this worked out perfectly. Because now I can see if they want to come on, Blair.
And who doesn't love some Earl the Pearl? And I love anything that is remotely tied to some Luann as well. So, it'd be really interesting. Yeah. And I just have overall curiosity of these older generations going on these dating shows, especially after watching another good watch. This was on my watch list. I can't believe how much I love it this season is Bachelor in Paradise was one of my favorite shows this summer. It was so good this season. So good. But they had
caught up on that.
Yeah, but they also had the older generation mixed in as well. So
did they?
It was really, really nice.
Oh my gosh,
it was really good.
I really need to really get into it then.
It was like so much better than what I thought it was gonna be. It made it less corny. So that was good.
Yeah.
Coming up for me I will, with Pop Culture Expose, my second season is geared around the history of TV and reality TV, and also breaking down the Epstein list. So, one day a week, it's going to be focused on TV. One day a week, it's going to be focused on breaking down the Epstein case and list as well, which is especially apparent in today's news with the Epstein victims coming out and wanting to make their own list. And I just want to be like, I have the list for you. And I kind of worked with Virginia Giuffre with it as well. Yeah. So I'll be breaking that down a little bit, of course, with Kimberly and I going live and hopefully getting some more interviews as well. So we are booked and busy, and everybody sent good vibes to Kimberly and her move, which is just around the corner that she was preparing for.
I know, right? So, everything's turned on. It's just a matter of getting my body in it.
Yes.
Job,
situated.
Yes. We've got it.
You'll feel like a new person.
Oh, yeah.
You will feel like a new person.
Yeah.
But as we close this up, guys, that is a wrap on tonight's Villa Download. We covered the USA. We regrouped on the USA reunion a little bit. We talked about the latest USA news as well. The Beyond the Villa drama, which thank you, Love Island, for giving us a new spinoff, even though not every note of it hit, but it just means more to come for season 2. Mm-hmm. We went over briefly weeks 1 and week 2 of Love Island UK, and I'm very confident week 3 is going to have that much more drama and steaminess. And we went over the rumored Love Island Games cast as well. So, guys, thank you to everyone who tuned in, played along with the drinking game, and chimed in with your takes. Hopefully the replay crew, because y'all been a little bit quiet tonight. Just saying, putting you on the spot. Come on, audience.
That was a little silent.
We don't bite. Well, maybe we do. No teeth, right? I'm trying to think of that Zach Peters saying.
Oh, no.
I'm not wearing my shirt. But don't forget, though, if you haven't already, please go check out our interview with Catherine Cavender from Fox TV, The Snake. It is one of our favorite conversations yet. We had such a blast having her on. I really hope, Kimberly, we can have her on for another Wednesday night just to talk the shit about reality TV and just to let her have it out. I also don't know if you saw this week, since our interview, the girl bought a property and is flipping a house, Kimberly.
Oh, I missed it. Is she all so funny? I have to go back and check his back.
She's going gangbuster, all HGTV. So hopefully we can get an update on her. But she's a good Instagram follow as well. But again, make sure to follow Kimberly at the Pop Culture Green Room. This is Kimberly Bryant. Follow me at Danny Gossip Girl or Pop Culture Expose. I know that's a lot, guys. I know that's a lot, but we appreciate it. So until next Wednesday night at 7:30, same place, same time. Keep the Villa vibes alive and well. We'll see you back here for Love Island Chaos. Good night, everyone. Good night, Kimberly. Appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Woo-woo.